It really did change the way we approached the season. We spoke a lot before we started shooting because, of course, we didn't know that it was our last season, but we knew that we wanted to make a tonal shift. Michelle Paradise was really vocal about that. She let us in on that process, and she said, we really want this to be an adventure. We want this to be our Indiana Jones season. We want everybody to have fun. We're gonna be dealing with some huge subject matter. Now, we went even bigger with our subject matter than ever before, which is crazy when you consider the storylines of seasons 3 and 4. But even while we went bigger, we wanted to bring levity to the gravity of it all, and we wanted there to be a sense of thrill, a sense of fun, a sense of joy and adventure. So we had to approach it that way. And it's funny, I'll tell a quick little story. When we would be on set shooting and the writers would come, like usually the writers of the episode would come and be with us if they could, they would just be like, remember, it's an adventure. And so we would literally be about to shoot, the take or whatever, and we'd be like, right, an adventure, and then they'd be like, action. It became a mantra for us. Remember, it's an adventure. Oh my goodness. I mean, stretching is what happens, you guys. If I started out as a tiny rubber band, I'm a rubber band the size of a room at this point now, right? It stretched me in every single possible way that you can be stretched. I had not experienced being the lead of a show before. I did not know what it was like to lead a sci-fi show. I certainly didn't know what it was like to lead a Trek show. I didn't know what being in the Star Trek franchise was like. I didn't know what it would be like to create such an intense character, a character that evolves in such a deep way. I didn't know what it would be like to have such a physical component to my performance, because it was even more physical than the work that I had done on Walking Dead and the stage combat I had done before that. So it just, from the very beginning, I knew that I wanted to sort of model my, as crazy as this might sound, or as funny or sort of esoteric as it might sound, I wanted to model my leadership after Christ, because it was like, nobody's a better leader than Jesus. And the greatest leader is the greatest servant. And that's what I wanted to do. And I did my best at it. And we all just went in there together and gave our all, because we knew that it was important. And I grew in every way. I feel that I can handle so much more now, as an actor, as an artist, as a Black woman, as a wife, as a mother, as a friend, as a professional, as a producer, as an executive producer. I feel like it was my doctorate. It was my doctorate degree in this artistry and in this business. Oh man, even now being here, we're all here together, being able to talk about the show. We've been calling it our last hurrah. The relationships go on, right? They're lifelong at this point now, and that's obvious. And it's not even something that we have to talk about. It's totally unspoken. And so we get to see each other here and there. The doors are always open. With Trek in particular, we always have opportunities to see each other. We have opportunities to connect with each other, and also with alumni from other iterations, also with actors from the newer iterations that are sort of our children, because we're this mothership to this new Latinum age, as fans have said. So there's all these opportunities for the connections to continue growing. It was certainly sad on the day and bittersweet, and we laughed and we cried and we sang songs and danced and recited poetry and everything. Like, we were really there with each other, but thankfully it's never over, and we don't really have to say goodbye. I feel that, and I can speak for all of us confidently when I say this, that if you are going to be an artist, then there's an element of activism with it. And I think that that's how it should be. I think art in its purest form is there to serve. And it's there to it's there to affect positive change. It's there to sort of help people heal, help people grow, help people see themselves, see each other, and help people reach higher, right? And if that is what we can achieve as artists, then that is a dream come true. And that's what we've been given here. That's the opportunity that we've been given here. That's what Trek has done already. And that's what we were in desperate need to do it too. We were in desperate need to contribute to the franchise in that same way and push that needle forward, right? And we all took it seriously. We took it equally seriously. There was no ego. We were like, this is really important. Okay, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we hope we do it justice, you know? And I can confidently say, you know, without boasting, I'm so proud of everyone. I think that we did. I hope that people think that we did. Stepping into the role of captain in a future Star. Oh my goodness. I would. Well, they can come up with their own mantra. You know what I'm saying? They'll develop that with their own company, their own show family. But listen, the only star is the story, and you're a family. That's what I would say to them. And I would say to bring that to life, bring that to the light as much as possible. Understand that each person has equal share in the pie. It's not that your part is bigger than your, no, everybody's share is equal. And understanding that it creates a dynamic of unity and mutual respect, which is where creativity and how creativity can thrive. You're at your best as an artist in that kind of environment. And a show family is still a family. And so, you know, we slipped and tripped, and there were moments, there was conflict. It wasn't like it was perfect, but that was always the mandate, and that was always the mission. We always wanted to be authentic in the story that we were telling. It's like, well, how can we tell this story in front of the camera if we're not doing it behind the camera as well? And so that's what we did, and I would hope that they're able to, you know, become executive producer like I did, because then they can make those decisions behind the scenes as well. Oh my gosh. Well, I just love Callum. I love him so much. We all loved him so much. He's such a brilliant actor, and we've been blessed with such brilliant actors coming in and giving their all, and, you know, making our story what it is, helping us be bigger and better and brighter and deeper. And I also have to give a lot of respect to Eve Harlow and Elias Tufexis, who were such a major part of our final season as well. And Pumi and Chayla, you know, they came back as well. And, you know, we are such a family, and we talk about it all the time. You hear us talking about it all the time. And I remember, here's a funny story. We were all having dinner at the very top of the season, like, oh yeah, here we go, another season. And Callum was just looking around, and he was like, so this is for real? Like, you guys just like really love each other? Like, it's like you really do, huh? I don't know about this. It was so funny. I bust out laughing because my gosh, he was joking, and he laughed too. And I was just like, yep, welcome. And so, of course, by the end of it, we were all hugging and crying together, you know? Wow. So beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's such a good question. I want them to get so many things. I want them to get everything that we tried to give them, you know, and because it's such a multi-layered, complex, grand, epic season. And we pose some of the biggest questions known to life and to existence. And I just hope that people, oh my goodness, from season 5 in particular, I hope that they walk away with a renewed sense of self, with a renewed sense of purpose, with a renewed sense of hope, and with a renewed an even greater desire to look up. Not just look out, but look up as well. That's my hope.